Alright everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronald and I'm here to discuss of why I'm switching from the A10 5800K to the Athlon X4 760K. Now, when I do my little basic simple program task, whatever I'm doing in the A10 5800K, I noticed that there's a little sputtering in my programs, as well as a little jet lagging when I play my little simple games like Gems of War, Siberia, a Mortal Kombat X. It plays Mortal Kombat X good, so I'm not really worried about it. Get like 62 to 65 frames per second in 720p or 1080p. Which is, like I said, I'm not here to discuss the numbers in my gameplay, but I will be putting that up when I switch out the processor, and I'll be showing y'all a little bit of gameplay on the Athlon X4 760K. Now let's go ahead on and get into why I'm switching. Now keep in mind that Athlon 5800K is a great processor for media PC tasking. If you want to use it to watch 720p footage of YouTube or 1080p, Hulu, Netflix, do your Spotify, that's okay. But I do a little bit more than just listen to music and watch videos on YouTube as well as Hulu and Netflix. Now, saying that, I'm not demoralizing it. I don't demoralize parts. Now, we came a long way from when this processor came out in 2013 all the way to 2021, where we got better CPUs for multitasking applications such as live streaming and gaming, content creating, such as if you are a musician and you want to go ahead and do a live concert, then you go ahead and do that there on your PC. Now, just like I said, 4 cores, 4 thread is good, but in the A10, when I went to MS config, sorry about that, viewers. When I went to MS config to switch on all cores, it did not do that. It only reads 2 cores and 4 threads. For what reason, I don't know why, but when I did my research, it says only 2 cores is only used in that APU. So if you go to MS config and trying to access all cores, it's not going to access all cores for you. Now I could go ahead and show y'all in Task Manager, but y'all already know what the APU is all about. Now a lot of people still on old hardware like me. Now when I put this gaming level PC together, this is basically my mid-level gaming PC. I wanted to play games from 2013 all the way to 2008. My first games that I played on PC was my Beyond Atlantis, which I found Beyond Atlantis 2, by the way, which I'm going to be getting into that soon, and my Siberia. Those was the only 2 games that I played for PC. Now, gaming has evolved. So, you got better computer graphics, better frame refresh rates, so these are high fresh rate gaming monitors, and etc. But I'm changing it because of the lack of performance and sputtering that it's been doing in simple programs as well as my gaming. Or if I want to go ahead and do a quick video on OBS or do a little quick gameplay, like 10-20 minutes of it. Yes, it's been sputtering, it's been jet lagging in certain of my programs. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the specs of the both processors. Alrighty, the A10 5800K and the Athlon X4 760K specs. Now, both CPUs are FM2 format. Processor size is 32 nanometers. The base of both CPUs is 3.8 gigahertz base. The boost of the A10 1500K is 4.2 gigahertz boost with a base clock of 100 megahertz. It is 4 cores, 4 threads, but you can only use 2 cores and 4 threads, which is set up for the APU. Now the iGPU of the A10 1500K is the Radeon HD 760D. It's a Trinity processor. The release date of the A10 1500K is October 2nd, 2012, which is a 9-year-old processor. L2 cache is 4 megabytes. TDP is 100 watts. The price released in 2012 was $122. Now, on the Athlon X4 760K, so like I said, 32 nanometers, 3.8 gigahertz base with a boost of 4.1. I am stepping down 1.1 gigahertz, which is not the issue. It's still gonna go ahead and perform what I want to do well, and it's not gonna give me no issues. That's what I want to see. The base clock is 100 megahertz. The CPU is 4 cores, 4 threads. iGPU, it has none. The processor name is Richland. The release date of this processor came out in Q2, June of 2013, which makes this a a 8-year-old processor compared to the 9-year-old. This is an 8-year-old processor. 4 megabytes of L2 cache. TDP is 100 watts, and the price of release in 2013 of this CPU is $172. Now, with that said, I am looking forward to see how will it do in my simple basic applications, such as doing my word processing, playing my video game, because you see all my games up here. I got my arcade, Miss Pac-Man. I got my Galaga. I play a lot of puzzle games, a lot of matching games. I do play a little bit of games like Mortal Kombat, a Dota 2, which I gotta get back into, etc. Games that is compatible with my mid-level gaming PC. Now, the GPU of the choice is the R9 270. Now, when I went to PCGameBenchmark.com, everything was spot on perfect. Now, so I could play certain 2020 and 21 games with this here, which I'm very shocked. But other than that, I can't complain about it. Let's go ahead and get into the pros and cons of the CPU and APU, and we are going to go ahead and discuss that. Now, the pros of the A10 1500K. The pros of it is a decent CPU for performance. Some like gaming. Is an interesting media CPU. Great is an interesting media APU for PCs. The cons, performance is a little mediocre. Now, by saying the performance is a little mediocre, just like I said, certain days I get good performance, certain days I get bad performance. It takes longer for my applications to load up. Once they load up, it sputters here and there when I play my game. It jet lags here in certain games, and it plays certain games with good performance, or in the overall preference, it jet lags my games completely, such as my Marvel Comics, my Gems of War, Mortal Kombat. It sputters a little bit, and that's something I'm really not into, and especially I want to get things done quick and fast and hurry. I have to wait about like 10-20 minutes just for to load up all the applications, to load up the drivers, etc. And certain days it loads up everything perfectly. Now, on the multitasking core, it performs great. And just like I said, on the multitasking level with this CPU here, but with this PC, my gaming PC, I do a little bit of multitasking. Not much multitasking as I do, just do basic simple stuff. And that's where the single cores might be a little jet lagging there. But with multitasking, I do a lot of that. Multitasking level is like 85 to 90% to 10%. So, 90%, I do a lot of multitasking. 10% is a little bit of single cores, but I don't need that much core just to go ahead and do something simple, easy, such as doing calculations, adding and subtracting, do budget, etc. with my PC. Alrighty, what I'm going to be doing with that is I will be running Cinebench 15 and Cinebench 20 on both on both CPUs, the APU, the A10 5800K, and the CPU Athlon X4 760K. So I'll be running that, and on the Athlon X4, I'll be playing my games after I switch everything out. Now, let's go ahead on and get into the presentation of the Athlon X4 760K. Alright, everybody, how y'all doing? We are here with the unboxing of the Athlon X4 760K CPU. Alright, let's get into it. Now, I'm kind of excited to have this as CPU because, just like I explained before in the opening of the video, that I've been having issues with my A10 5800K. It's a great CPU. It's an APU. It has the Radeon 7660 D HD processor, HD GPU into the CPU itself, but that's not the main issue. The main issue is that it sputters on some of my applications as well as in my gameplay. With that said, I want to go ahead on and see where this Athlon X4 760K will go ahead on and do the trick. Now, my mid-level gaming rig already have the Radeon R9 272 gigabyte GPU in there. Yes, the 2 gigabyte gives me games. Now, when this APU came out, it came out in Q2 2013. That is June of 2013. And you can go ahead and see it. Oh yeah. It's used, but it's okay. It's on the FM2 motherboard X4. Now, this CPU has a base clock of 3.8 gigahertz, a boost clock of 4.1 gigahertz. Thermal design power is 100 watts. Lithography is 32 nanometers. It has 4 megabyte of L2 cache, and it has no integrated graphic controller inside the CPU like the A10 5800K. The A10 5800K has the iGPU Radeon HD 7660D inside of the CPU. Now, enough said. Let's go ahead on and install it so I could go ahead on and run Cinebench R15, Cinebench R20, and go ahead on and give y'all 3 of my games that I love to play on a regular with this Athlon X4 760K. All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Now that was fun. I love doing it. I love installing hardware, y'all see. But everything went fine. As you see, I'm booted. I just got to using the AI tuning from ASUS. Now the boost is supposed to be 4.1, but it found a little more and it boosts me up to 4.3 megahertz. So 3.8 boost, and it gave me that extra push of 13% and everything. And yes, when I installed it, everything fire, and I can't go wrong with that. Now I'm gonna go ahead on and run Cinebench because I know y'all rating on that. Now when I ran the A10 5800K, the R15 gave me 243, the R20 gave me 502, and the A10 5800K. So now I'm gonna run the Athlon X 760K. If y'all don't believe me here, there I'm gonna go ahead on there and fire up my CPU ID. And one thing I like about it, it's not lagging. There y'all go, Athlon X4 76. It's on the Richland. Max TDP is 99.9 watts. Socket FM2 904, 32 nanometers. Core voltage is at 1.2 volts. Athlon X4 760K quad core processor, family F, Model 3, Step 1. EXT extended family 15, extended model 13, revision RLA1. Here are your instructions: MX, SSE, SSE2, SSE33, etc. I'm not going to be reading all that there. Now, just like I said, I clocked the processor using the AIO tuning software that automatically comes with the ASUS. Yes, and right now I clocked it. It gauge is supposed to be 4.1, but the multiply is 443.0. Here it goes up and down. L1 data is 416 gigabytes 4-way. L1 instruction 2 by 64 gigabytes 2-way, and level 2 2 by 2 megabytes 16-way. 4 cores, 4 threads. Yes, and this baby is pushing. Now we're going to do some gameplay, and I'm going to go ahead and run Cinebench R15. And where we at? Go into my... Alrighty. Now that's fast. Now with the A10, y'all gonna see that as well. It took forever to open up. That's one thing about the A10 5800K I was talking about. I'm not demoralizing. I love the CPU because I've been on it for almost 2 years. Some days you get snappiness, some days you get jet lagginess, and I don't like that. So right now I'm on the Athlon M3, Athlon X4 7060K quad core processor, which is giving me 2 cores, 4 threads at 4.3 gigahertz. But I'm gonna go in the MS config, which is Microsoft configuration, and I'm going to go ahead and open up all cores to 4 cores, 4 threads. OS is Windows 8, 64-bit. GFX board is the AM Radeon R9 270, and we're finna run the test. But first, let me open up my CPU ID so y'all could go ahead on and see the okay, bring that down to the bottom. Apply. Okay, move you over here. Shrink you down some. Okay, bring you in some. Make sure that max, y'all can read the values. Now, as you know, this y'all saw me clicking in my CPU fans. That's what it read. I don't have any power fans connect because I am on a RGB 6 fan controlling hub by up here. Utilization is at 13%. My max is at 14%. They got my voltage cores, which we don't need to see that. My core package is at 36 Celsius. My CPU temp is at 42. Holding pretty good. Motherboard is at 32. That's what you like to see. But as y'all saw me connecting those fans on my Thermaltake CPU cooler. Okay, current cores. Let me go ahead and minimize all this here. Y'all need to see my hard drives. As you know, I'm cranking 6 hard drives in the system here, so that's my breakdown. Y'all don't need to see that as well. Neither. Clock speed is already at max is 4.308, 4.2, and then all my cores right there. Okay, go back up. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that to the bottom for time being. Moving in the corner, and we're gonna get started with the test. So we can go ahead and get the score. Alrighty, moving. Oh, it's already started rendering. Alrighty, temps is at 45. You know what would be nice if I could go ahead and run 3D Mark on Windows 8, but the new version requires you to be on Windows 10. Now, y'all go ahead and look out for the video. I'm gonna go ahead and use 3D Mark on my editing rig. Yes, the Ryzen 5 3600 with the AMD Fire Pro W5100. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the numbers, get the scores. You know, cause that's my first time running that, and I'm impressed to go ahead and see what my system handling. Now, keep in mind, I can't get no GPU. I'm not worrying about getting the GPU. So y'all just keep that in mind. GPUs are hard to come by, as y'all watch Paul Hardware Tech News. So y'all go check him out. And NVIDIA announced they RTX 2060, 12 gigabyte, and it's not being sold into consumers as the gamers. They are selling it to the crypto miners. So y'all go ahead and watch that segment of Paul Hardware. I'm gonna go ahead and put that link in the description of this, in the description link in the video below. So when y'all go ahead and look at it, y'all can click on that and understand. Cause I know a lot of y'all still like to get GPUs. And also NVIDIA is getting sued. I'm gonna go ahead and put Gamer Nexus video in there as well too. I mean, it's interesting because with all this lollygagging with NVIDIA, they should know better. You know, they just focusing on the higher better. If you're a crypto miner, of course you can go ahead and buy 12 GPUs in one shot and just go ahead and put in more money to replace that money you just spent. So it is what it is. That's one reason why I personally don't care too much about the GPUs. When I look at hardware, I know what works, how to use it, and what I'm throwing at it. And that's one reason why I let a lot of gamers know if you're going to game off hardware 8, 9, 10 years old, know the year it came out, what games came out for that GPU, and play those games on that GPU that are required for that GPU only. That means right now I'm on the R9 2270 2 gigabyte. I will not be playing no Doom Eternal on that. I already looked at the games I could play with my system, and my score on R15 is 227. Which the Athlon 5800K spanked it. Okay. So, and then my temperature was cool. By the way, the highs is 54 Celsius. So that's not bad. Moving right along to Cinebench R20. I'm already happy with the performance of it. It's moving snappy. It's not sputtering. When I go ahead on and crank up hard software, I look at my hard drive light, and it's be just blinking, staying red for a good 5 to 10 minutes. So I hate to see that though. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and run R20. Alrighty. Now, the score I have for to run it, and we are going to make sure we look at CPU temps, which is right up here. We're going to switch that up so y'all can go ahead and see it. Let me go ahead and minimize that. That's at 54 Celsius. My CPU V core is 1.416 volts, 12 volts at 12.68 volts, and 5 volts. Alright, if we're going to hit the run test. Alrighty, it's clocking now. Alrighty, temps is at 48 degrees Celsius, max is at 54. Main board still at 34 degrees Celsius, which is beautiful. My fans are cranked up to 1544 on the Thermaltake fan, and the Arctic fan is at 1445. So you add those two up, that is 2900 RPM. The reason I just rounded up to the lowest number because these are low, so that's 1500 plus 1400, that's 2900 RPM. So yeah, this baby stays cool. My package is right now is at 64.3 Celsius temperature package. My cores is at 113. Let me go ahead and look at my power. I'm at 52.10 watts. Also, with all my systems coming soon, I'm going to be doing the voltage test. I'm just going to go ahead and write down how much voltage that it pulls from the wall. I'm not going to be doing no calculations of how much money I'm saving because I got 4 PC rigs plus my grandson's on whenever he get ready to use that. And I'll be doing that there. I'm just going to go ahead and run it, do a good CPU burn test. Crank it up. I'm going to do idle first. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the underload. Alright, CPU temps is at 54. Holding pretty good. Alrighty. Just like I said, I know y'all want to see me start doing a lot of benchmarking, so but I'm trying to get into that. It just I got to be prepared for it. These benchmark tests do take long, and it can be tiring sometimes. Sometimes I get right into it when I get off work late night. Trying to get these videos in. Go to bed about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then on Tuesday morning I get up about 5 o'clock in the morning to go ahead and start, editing them out, do my little thing with them. Now, my editing is just basic, simple, easy going. So I want the viewers to relax, soak in the information I'm giving you, and enjoy what you're watching. Now, if y'all think that this CPU is good for you, then go ahead and purchase it. If you're looking to do a 4-core, 4 threads build, or you want to do a 4-core, 8 threads build, now just keep in mind it's 4 cores, 4 threads, 4 cores, 8 threads. You just got to know what you're throwing at it. Just like me, when I built this mid-level gaming system, I knew what games I want to play, what year to what year. Not, let me go ahead and do a 4-core, 4-thread and play the latest games on it. Nah. If I want to play the latest AAA games or the latest eSport games, then I'll be on what everybody on right now. The Ryzen 7 or the Ryzen 9. Exactly. And then I know what to put this baby on. So, okay, it's moving fast. It's getting there. And once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 gameplay. I said 3. I'm still biting for 3, but I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my 2, which is my Gems of War. I'm going to go ahead on and crank up a little bit of Siberia. And I might go ahead on and crank up Warframe. And yes, Warframe can play on this set because I went to PC Game Benchmark and I pulled up the numbers. Anything under 80% is very unexcusable. So when I cranked up Warframe using that piece of software, all that information came up where I could play all my games at 1080p perfectly. My GPU is at 98%. My CPU is at 98%. Anything over 80 is good. And y'all know I'm on 16 gigabyte of RAM. So that's a beast. That's at 200%. So yeah. Now if I see a game where I get a red X on it, that means I just walk away from it. And I know a lot of y'all talking some, no, run it. No, so I'm not insane, or I won't go ahead and give my system a bad number so people can talk about it. My system is built for me, my needs, my style, my prerogative, and with that, I'm happy with it. Just like I'm happy with my editing rig. I had did the deep clean of my Big Susie. That's what I call her. And I know I got one dislike, but it's okay because this is my system and I'm enjoying it. A lot of people want to go ahead and see me benchmark it, play games. But see, the main thing, the reason why I don't do benchmark, because with all the tech enthusiasts out there, they already do that for me. So I'm going to have to go ahead and throw up another video to compete with good information that informed me of what to use and what not to use in 2021 and beyond. Or if you want to go ahead and build old hardware, what to look for, how to use it, and etc. Just like I said, AMD and Intel are the two top goals. You know, of course, they got this competition going on. Who's the best? In my terminology and my understanding, both of them best, because if you look at it like this, if we didn't have Intel or AMD, where would our computing world be at right now if it wasn't for Intel and AMD giving us good, outstanding hardware to use and to enjoy? And that's the thing there, y'all need to look at. I don't care about the competition. They both good. Only thing about Intel needs to work on is making their products budget friendly. You know, and right now for the Z690, if you plan on buying that motherboard, keep in mind that Jay said it himself, and he already on benchmarking and everything. The new Alder Lake CPUs struggles in Windows 10 because Windows 10 cannot figure out the P cores nor the E cores. And Windows 11 is designed for that type of hardware because it figures out what needs to go where, what needs to be cranked up, and etc. I'm gonna go ahead and be putting that link in the description below as well, so y'all can go ahead and check out J2 Sets information on that. This is one reason why a lot of people built their new rigs off the Z690 platform using Windows 10. Windows 10 is okay to use for it, but Windows 10 cannot figure out how to go ahead on and decide what to put on the P cores, how much should it be used on the P cores, and how much should be used on the E cores. Windows 10 have not figured that out yet. So like I said, it's a new type of hardware. Windows 10 is almost on its way out. Got 4 more years left for Windows 10, then it's obsolete. Just like I said, right now with all the angry operating system users of Windows, they're really sick of Windows because y'all keep coming up with new hardware, a new OS. We gotta update the hardware. people ain't got money to throw away. People sit down and just bought their brand new system, whether it's the little small desktop pro or you just build your rig. I got built this rig. Oh, it's only popping on Windows 10. Then you hear the announcement, oh, Windows 10 will not be used. So that's one reason why I'm giving all the motherboard developers to get things going, all hardware and software developers, get things going for Windows 11. And we'll see how good it'll be in 2022 and beyond. Because when Windows 10 expires, and then it's just gonna be over. And that's the thing we have to deal with is, do we upgrade again? And then keep in mind, Windows 11 came out in 2021. 10 years from now, we're gonna have Windows 12. So put that into and just lock it into your long-term memory. Like, okay, well, I got 10 years to enjoy this OS. It's time to go ahead and throw it away and do a new one. Alrighty. So far, the A10 5800K beat the Athlon X4 5800K. I had a score of 502 on the A10 5800K, and I got a score of 480. That's interesting. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and then we're going to go ahead and get into some gameplay. All right, everybody. How y'all doing again? Everything's looking good. I have to do the Cinebench R20 over again because I didn't hit the record button. I did record the score of 480. I'm going to run the test again. So it's going to be 2 tests of the R20 against the 1 test of the 5800K. There go my score, 520, 480. So a better CPU is the A10 5800K, but it does very bad in single core threading. So we're going to go ahead on that and fix that right now. We're going to run it, and I'm going to get me some coffee while it's running. I need you in the room while I'm doing this. Alright everybody, I'm back. I got my mojo in my hand. You know, I'm kind of frustrated right now because I didn't record. I thought I hit the record button doing it, but I didn't. So it is what it is. Let's get it done. Turn the light on. Alright. Alrighty, so basically it is what it is. Almost done. I'm doing rendering pass 1. Got my mojo, which my cups say, trust me, I got this. Yes, I do. And I know everybody out there got it as well too. So y'all take it easy. We're getting done with this rendering test. I go ahead and jot down the scores. And I could go ahead on and get some supplies ordered. What I want to do, instead of having that angle shutter, I want to go ahead and order me a USB extension cable so I can extend out everything, and buy me a webcam arm or webcam stand, to where I could go ahead on and have my webcam standing on my desk instead of on the tripod. We're almost there. And y'all see why I don't like running benchmarks, because they take too long. This is an all-day thing here. But for a mid-level gaming system, it's okay. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. I'm just mad I didn't hit the record button, because it did take some time. It did take some time. Right now, I'm 7 minutes in the video. Yeah. But other than that, it's moving right along. I can't complain. My CPU is at 100%. My RAM is at 28%. Just sitting here, it's been a little frustrating, but it's something I had to deal with. I'll be okay. That's why I give all the true tech enthusiasts that take the time to go to this, to go ahead and give us the numbers of what they think of how the hardware is performing. So I give them more power to it. So like I said, I don't have no kind of workstation. I'm working out the comfort of my living room / media room. Yeah. I'm in process of buying a house, so y'all wish me good luck on that journey next year. Um, on YouTube, I did find some good information. I was resourceful. You can still get homes under 250K. It's in certain parts of Florida. And me and my wife gotta go ahead and figure that out. And once we do, we will go ahead on there and do that. I would love to leave. I would love to leave. I would like to leave it behind because the Hispanic population is about 90%, and they're taking over where everything is diverted to bilingual down here now. So yes, you guys speak Spanish and English to get a job. They put in down here, our state officials put in down here, you gotta have a good credit score to get a job. If your credit score is raggedy, you ain't getting nothing. Our state officials, such as our government, is keeping it hard for us to afford anything now because Republicans and Democrats trying to fight who get more, and that's the Republicans. So, you know, it's just a ridiculous time we're going through right now with the COVID-19 and all this other foolishness going on right now. But to everybody out there, I just want y'all to keep your heads up and things to get better, hopefully. With the consumer market, it is what it is. I know a lot of people, a lot of y'all already know GPUs. Just keep in mind you will not be getting a GPU no time soon, but it is what it is. You just got to go ahead and bear with it and use what you can use. This is one reason why we telling y'all to use APUs. The best APUs out there right now are the Intel 10th Gen, then the AMD Ryzen 5600G and the 5700G. You know, I ain't heard too much about the 4700, the Ryzen 7 4700G or the Ryzen 5 4000G G series, but you can buy the APU solo, and just like y'all, you got to update your BIOS to run them. So that's what all motherboards like my ASRock Prime A320MK is already updated to use the Vermeer processor. So, but just like I said, I'm not gonna be using no 5900X or the Ryzen 7 5700X. Maybe the 5600X, maybe. But just like I said, I would love to get that GPU. I would love the RTX. I could have that RTX Studio. I could go ahead and blur out and noise and put noise reduction on everything, but they're hard to come by now, and that's one reason why I gave up on the GPU market. When I was doing my price list, one thing, I do my price list because I keep everything in the budget perspective. There's no need for me in buying the parts, benchmarking it, and giving you a performance of what it's supposed to be when that build is supposed to be for somebody else. I'll let the person who I'm building it for do all of that there because, like I said, once I put the Windows 10 on it, it becomes mine. And then it's not longer a build no more. But it is what it is. Oh, we got a couple more frames left. Getting there. And to all the tech enthusiasts, please post in your comments of how y'all love doing these benchmarks. They're boring. Big time. I'm sitting here, I'm about to get ready to shut everything off. I want to go ahead and place an order in because I need like 2 more items for my desk. I need a USB extension cable so I can extend out my Logitech C615. So I gotta have that sitting next to my gaming and my headphone stand, so I can have that elevated up, so I can have that right facing me, so when I'm talking, I could just be facing the camera, and then y'all, of course, y'all gotta go ahead and see the mirror in the background instead of me angling off to the roof. So, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that angle view right there. So I know y'all gonna go ahead and talk about that. Oh, well, your video, it got you pointing up in the air, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all about bearing with it. You got that good cup of mojo. That's the best part of just relaxing, enjoying a nice good cup of coffee. And the thing about it, I'm glad I've been here. I want to add that extra fan on the back. It sure keeps my PC clean and cool. It's not hot. Everything is working good. My CPU is at 100 because I'm pushing it, and my RAM is at 27%. So everything's good. Got that RGB vibe going on with my up here fans, but they're pretty decent. I like them. The reason why I love old hardware because it still works. Just like I said, you got to know what are you teaming it up with and how you use it. Just like I said, I'm a mid-level gaming. I mostly play all my puzzle games and stuff like my Gems War. I seldomly play other games I got up here. Now I tried to go ahead and give y'all Siberia gameplay. It didn't play because there's something about a 3D thing I gotta turn on. I gotta go ahead and check that out. I never had that issue when I had the GTX 1063 gigabyte, but I'm trying to see if I can get a better card for it when I catch it on sale used. But when I catch it on sale, that'll be all good and dandy. Just like I said, with the GPU market staggering and people trying to go ahead and sell you used GPUs at a regular MSRP price, it's not happening. RTX was caught. Well, RTX NVIDIA is facing a lawsuit. That was shocking to hear that this morning on Paul News, Tech News. The RTX 2060 12 gigabyte is not available to consumers. It's only available to crypto miners because crypto miners can go ahead and purchase the card at a bulk. So NVIDIA already on turnkey the platform of who they want to go ahead on and focus on more. The consumer world, you got to send the pallets out. You got right on the truckload. Now, recently there was a footage on Instagram of a Florida dock ship full of merchandise, all tilted over and fell in the ocean. Yes. I'm like, ooh, now it'd be funny with some GPUs sitting on in them containers, but it is what it is. So now we're just gonna be staggering. This is one reason why I encourage everybody to build up the APUs until you can find your discrete graphic card. Now, if you know your local nearest micro center, then y'all take off and get it on. They do not do online orders. Everything has to be purchased from the store, which I love it. Now, keep in mind, scalpers are in those lines as well too, and they go ahead on and buy the card, and they just go ahead and sell it at a high-end price because it's basically supply and demand. I got it. This is the price I'm charging. If you want it, 9 out of 10, and y'all gonna bite on it, and y'all gonna purchase it. And it is what it is. Other than that, hopefully everything's going. Like I said, hopefully everything is going great. Just like I said, with building a system, know how you putting your rig together. The best system you could build right now, if you want to game right now, is the Ryzen 5 5600G and the Ryzen 7 5700G, and your new Alder Lake CPUs, which they costly. That's one thing Intel needs to work on and start making budget-friendly boards as basically budget-friendly products. Now next year, Intel got their new graphic card coming out called the Arc. It's a double fan blower. We don't know the specs on it yet. When that information come available, I will post that up on y'all, and then I'm leave it to the consumers. You know, they're looking for a graphic card to play the games. Now, keep in mind, I don't have nothing to bench test anything because I don't need hardware like that. I prefer, my system's great. You know, I'm happy with what I put together for myself. I'm happy to go ahead because, like I said, I'm not too much a gamer. My gameplay on a percentage level is like 15 to 20%, and I mostly play role play games anyway, so RPGs and puzzle games. That's just me. You know, I don't really like too much of action play games. You know, I'm not too much into that first player game stuff. I like one game that I'm getting into it, and it's on Epic. I downloaded it. It's a great game dealing with I think it's called Stray at Night or Sleep at Night. I like that game. I like Dark or Dark, whatever it is. I love that game, which is fun. You know, those games. You know, games that can just sit back and have you figure things out. You know, I'm not too much into the all that high end, everything thrown at you so fast, so quickly. I like to keep my games at a steady pace. And to the gamers universe, when I play my Warframe, I do not like nobody to tag team in my gameplay. The last time that happened, I got very upset because I had people cussing me out. I didn't like it. You know, saying some harsh things. I'm hearing voices through my speaker systems, my speaker set. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Where all this cursing coming from? So when I play my games, I like to play my games at comfort and peace. This is one reason why I don't stream gameplay. This is one reason why I don't join other streamers' gameplay. I like to play my games calm, cool, collective when I come home from work, or when I just have that time to myself, like a couple of hours I just want to burn, you know, listen to my music, you know, etc., doing my thing. So to the people who jumped in last time and started cussing me out, saying I'm suck, a lot of curse word came slinging out of it. No, I like to keep my gameplay comfortable and relaxing and enjoyable. And this is one reason why I don't jump into live streams or anything, because I'm easygoing. And that's what I'm giving y'all in my videos. I'm very easygoing, laid back, I'm relaxing. It is what it is, and I love it. Almost done. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks left. I'll write down this new score, and I'll go ahead on and put that in, because I'm gonna put the old score I did when I got the 480, which I forgot to hit the record button. I thought I did. That's why I'm stuck here doing it again. And I'm gonna be editing all this out. I got 2 videos to put out, so y'all look out for them. And it is done. Oh, okay. I got a 221 this time. That's interesting. Alrighty. I'll be moving right along here. Alright, everybody. Welcome back again. Now we're going to go ahead and perform the Cinebench R15 on the A10 5800K. I'm just going to run the CPU test only Now, when I do the Athlon X4 760K, I might do the Open GL, which is just basically on the GPU, but I also got the performance by CPU ID hardware monitor to go ahead on and do the CPU core. Right now, my values at 38 degrees. My max is at 39. Right now, my fans are just at basically 1094 and 1467. Now, keep in mind, I'm on a double fan cooler here. So now the CPU cooler is the Thermaltake Contact 12, which is a 120 watt thermal design power handle on the CPU, and I got two fans blowing on it. So I got the main fan by the Thermaltake at 11, about at least 1300 RPM, but if it overheats, it go ahead and kicks up. Now, when it kicks up, it gets very loud and noisy. Now, let's go ahead and run the test. Oh. Alrighty. Temperature is at 42 degrees Celsius. It's jumped up to 43 now. As you know, my CPU fans are cranked at the 1245 and 1467. Voltage cores is jumping from 1.38. My max load is 1.419. Temps are at 42. It's fluctuating from 42.5 to 43 flat. Other than that, it's all good. I love this system I put together just for mid-level light gaming. You know, I'm getting back into PC gaming. Just like I said, the games I play, I really don't need a high-end system to play the games I like to play. I had an associate that told me I need to go ahead and, improve my gameplay. But, what type, this goes for everybody. If your friend likes to play the games they like to play, let them enjoy them playing the games they like to play. Never tell no one what they can do with their system that they paid money for to go ahead and do the things they like to do. If you want to build a system that just want to go ahead and listen to your music, that's good. You want to build a system that go ahead and do offer clerical work for your business, that is good too. Now, I'm not talking about the new in-home business, such as being a content creator. I am talking about just basic, regular PC use. All right, everything looking good. My temperature is still holding at 46 easy, and cannot go wrong with that. Now, I do have Cinebench R15 on it. But just like I said, when it comes down to benchmarking CPUs, I already know the performance of it, and there is no issue with it. Now, my score is 2 cores, 4 threads. It is based out to 4.3, so I do have this at boost already at 4.3. My score is 243. Alrighty, I'm glad y'all like watching that. Let's go ahead on and crank open Cinebench R20. Alright, everybody, we are back. Here's now Cinebench R20. Alright, let's hit the run button. Let's do this. Alrighty, the test is now beginning. And just like I said before, it's a certain application, it takes for long to go ahead and do its thing. Alrighty then, the CPU is now pushing at 43 Celsius. Max is 46. Alrighty, my fans are now increased at 1323. And second fan is at 1467 RPM. Alrighty. Excuse me, viewers. It's getting close to bedtime for me, but I'm doing this as a test for y'all because I love y'all and I want y'all to see the usage of the CPUs. Definitely going to switch out pretty soon. Other than that, the A10 5800X, 5800K, sorry about that, viewers, 5800K is a great processor to use for simple task duties. Now, I brought it, it was okay, but I noticed the performance started lagging over time. So, but other than that, everything is pretty good. I'm already halfway. I'm halfway there. But other than that, just like I said, I'm not demoralizing it. Just like I said, I noticed a lot of sputtering play and a lot of sputtering here. You know, certain days when I run it from Sunday through Saturday. On a weekly level, maybe 4 days I get good performance from it, and 3 days I get slowish performance. But I'm gonna go ahead and see with the Athlon X4 760K, will it be the same? Will it be a better performance? Now, just like I said, it's more of a multi-threading processor in single cores. It's where I start sputtering, start losing its performance. But other than that, it shouldn't be no issue with what I want to do with it. Alright, almost there. Alrighty, value is at 1318 RPM on the CPU fans. My max low is 46 Celsius. Other than that, everything's pretty good. I cannot complain about that. My max voltage is 1.425. System memory utilization is at 32% now. Now y'all see these here, I do not have any case frames connected up to the motherboard because I'm using a RGB case frame kit, which just pushes about 1200 RPM. Other than that, the baby's still cool. Yeah, I feel a little heat, but y'all see the tips right here. Still holding at 46. But the only thing I can't wait for is to go ahead and install the Athlon X4 760K, so I go ahead and see the good performance of it, and go ahead and see how good it does at gameplay. Now, just like I said, I will be playing some games that I like to play, my favorite games. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the good performance using the R9 270 2GB card. So if y'all see my head turning as I'm looking at the second monitor. So other than that, we're good. Now, to a lot of my viewers, a lot of people ask me, some people try to, subscribe to my channel. But the thing is, when I build the system, I already know how to build the system on other people's performance charts with the system. So that's one reason why I don't hardly do too much benchmarking, because it's a whole lot of performance up there on YouTube. So and I do have to trust, not only I trust my own instincts, but I also trust my subscribers' instincts, as well as the people who I subscribe to. So that's one main reason why I don't do too much benchmarking, because all the scores and views are already up there on the part. So when I do a PC part price list to go ahead and put everything together, I basically go ahead and listen to them, watch their performance, and after I get through watching their videos, I go ahead and do my own outtake of it. Just like I said, my systems are running fine, so there's no need for me in changing hardware. I know everybody go out and buy hardware just to go ahead and do the show and tell thing, but that's not that's not what my page is about. So I'm not gonna be buying and showing and doing this and doing that. My page is just based upon basic performance, basic knowledge on what I'm giving to my viewers, so they can understand when buying their PC. I put other other creators' link videos in the description below, so y'all can go ahead and look at it. There's a lot of benchmarks on the Athlon X4 gameplay, but the thing I don't do is I'm not gonna go ahead and play the most latest titles that is out there in today's market. So right now I'm at number 13 with a score of 502. Already, we'll be coming with you now with the Athlon X4 760K See Cinebench 15 and Cinebench 20 test now. Alright, let's get into it. Alright everybody, my final thoughts on the Athlon X470 7060K. It's not bad. It's giving me the good performance I need in my applications. In certain games, it's okay. Certain games, not okay. I gotta turn the settings down. So I'm gonna go ahead on and reanalyze out my games using PC benchmark. So to go ahead and see what games are playable on it and what games are not playable on it. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. My programs boots up fast. I have no issues with it. I just got to go ahead and turn down some settings down to low or medium settings only. Certain games were at medium settings, certain games were not at medium settings. Other than that, everything is great. Now what I'm trying to do next is go to MS config. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. And I'm going to go ahead and close that out on a good note while I do that. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead on and use the MS config to reconfigure everything. And I'll go ahead on and see y'all in the next one. You know, I like the performance of it so far. It's 4 cores, 4 threads. You know, it's not 4 cores, 8 threads, or 8 cores, 8 threads, or 6 cores, 6 threads. It's 4 cores, 4 threads for a mid-level gaming PC system. I cannot go wrong with it. Now I know in today's world, everybody on the high-end product, like I am on my Ryzen 5 3600K. Just like I said, we cannot get no good discrete graphic cards right now, but for what I'm using it with the R9 270, it's holding it down at 2 GB, giving me the good level gameplay I would like to play at certain of my games. Alright, I want to go ahead and thank y'all for watching. Hit the like button if you like the video. Go ahead and post your comments on it. You know, any changes I need to make on it. What y'all recommend for a mid-level gaming system. And I'll go ahead on in. So like I said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Give me them thumbs up if you like the video, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed holiday season. Peace.